This is the funnest night ever!
Zack, quit yanking our anuses!
Two people get together, do something social, have a few drinks, yada yada yada.
It's called Two Brothers. Two Brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
Welcome to the second episode of Two Brothers. I am one of two hosts, Alberto Moreno.
Edgar.
And today's episode we're going to do a review of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League that came out, was it Thursday? Last Thursday?
Yeah, that's Thursday, yes.
So we're going to be reviewing that, and we figured we might as well do it, even though this episode might drop. Yeah, probably like weeks after it
release.
Comes out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, but you know, we just saw it, so it's still fresh in our minds. We might as well just give our thoughts about it. And before we get into the Zack Snyder's movie, we might as well just talk about
the original cut of Justice League.
Yeah,
the Joss
Whedon cut, and then we'll talk about Zack Snyder.
Okay.
So briefly, give me your thoughts. What did you think of Joss Whedon's Joss Whedon's Justice League when it came out?
Like I was telling you right after we finished watching the Snyder cut, that the original one I liked it. There was nothing wrong with how it was. How do you say? Put together. But you can tell there was things that were missing in that film. A lot of things that were like that didn't, how do you say, connect to the story or character build up, stuff like that. You know, it was missing on that. But besides that, it was still a good film to me. You know, it's not great. It was, you know, it's a fun time. Either, you know, so. That's kind of my review when I first saw it.
Yeah, same here too. I thought it was alright. I didn't think it was amazing or anything. I mean, Marvel was already like on a roll when that movie came out. We're coming out with a bunch of good shit. So Justice League was it was better than like Batman v Superman, I think. Mm-hmm. And that movie was also pretty fucking. It was long and it felt like it was just dragging, and
that one did feel like fuck, man. Like it's even a 2 hour, almost 3 hours, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one feels like fuck, man.
And the only good thing that came from that was like, you know, seeing Batman and Superman fight, which is really cool. But so Justice League was a step up from that Joss Whedon's cut, at least. And I agree too. There were some things that were like cut out, and you can tell that they were cut out, like how Steppenwolf got the mother boxes, like. I think the last one, he got it without even showing how he got it. He just, like, you saw the beam of light and he just left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how the fuck, what happened? Like, how did he get it? So, I mean, there's a lot that was definitely missing. You can tell since, I mean, this version of Justice League is like 4 hours. So there's a lot missing with that version. But even despite that, I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's not bad or anything. It's just it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So that's what I was saying when it initially came out. Now that Zack Snyder, released his cut. Well, I mean, first off, what do you think about this? I guess version. Everyone's calling it like this is the definitive version, even though like Warner Brothers made.
Yeah.
The Joss Whedon cut like canon, so
I did like it. The original is good. This one's better, and you can tell right away. Like even the beginning of the film, you get hooked right away. There's no moments of, you know, long conversations or a lot of all this.
It happened. There's moments where it does feel like there's some pacing issues with it. Right off the bat, it does.
But it intrigues you. You're hooked right away.
Yeah.
You know, like the first 30 minutes of the film was amazing. Right away. The only thing I didn't like about the film, there's a lot of slow motion in this film, which I don't like. There was it's unnecessary to have that. with Batman, with Cyborg, with
Wonder
Aquaman,
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Superman.
Yeah, like come on.
Does Superman have slow motion?
I don't know.
Probably. But yeah, so I mean, I agree too. I think it's a step up from Whedon's version too.
Yeah.
I think this feels like a more definitive version of Justice
Like
League.
you were telling me, there was build up to Cyborg. He had a bigger role in this film.
Yeah, he did.
Flash.
Mhm.
Like every character had their own time to shine in this film, and it showed. So
Yeah, they all had kind of like room to breathe. You know,
Mhm.
you can more character development. I think Cyborg had a more completed arc
Mhm.
in the movie. Superman was treated more better. You don't see the fucking like CGI mustache or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, it worked. I think it's definitely better, but it is 4 hours, and I think that's also
Almost. Remember?
almost yeah. There's the credits is what makes it 4 hours. But it's
yeah.
at least 3 hours and like almost 15 minutes or 40 minutes around there. But still, it's a fucking long movie, a long superhero movie.
Should we spoil the character that shows up in this this movie?
At this point, once we drop the episode, I don't think
It doesn't gonna matter.
it doesn't matter. But spoilers if you still haven't seen Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. But we're gonna spoil that secret character, which is Martian Manhunter, shows up.
Yeah,
Shows up twice, not just once.
3 times, I think.
Twice.
Twice?
With Mars, when he like pretends to be Mars or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So shows up twice, and I guess that was originally what he like was planning on doing, is like revealing Martian Manhunter in Justice League.
People already knew the character, the lieutenant, that guy.
Yeah, like the military dude.
Yeah,
from blanking on his name.
Yeah, from Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, people that's Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
And the Snyder said, "Yep, that's him." And here you go.
And I think he looks really good. Like
Yeah.
I think his character, like the design of Martian Manhunter, looks good. It looks spot on. But again, this review is gonna be a bit messy because we're gonna go back and forth with like positives and negatives or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's another thing I didn't like, was that there was too many post-credit scenes, scenes that didn't really need to like be there.
That you can tell right away, like at the epilogue part of the film, you can tell. It's just end credits. You can tell right away. It's next after.
Because there was moments where it could have ended, and then there's another scene, and then it feels like that was where it could have ended, and then there's another scene. And I just felt like if they're not going to move forward with the next Justice League or with Zack Snyder, then what's the point of
showing that? Yeah,
showing that. I mean, it was cool, and it left me wanting to see more. I guess that's probably the reason why he put that there. But it just felt like it just bogged down the end, like the actual end of Justice League.
What do you think was, to you, what should have ended with what scene?
With Superman, I think, where like he's like ripping his.
Oh, that was it.
Shirt.
No,
that was because that's how it ended in
the original.
Original, I think.
But
that was
which?
fine.
But what end credit scene? It's
with
known to have a superhero.
With Deathstroke when he's like on the boat.
Oh, okay.
That would have been also a nice spot to end too.
Okay.
But they had to show the nightmare sequence, which is like what was gonna happen in the next movies and stuff. So. There's a lot in the movie that just feels probably not necessary. I think, but for the most part, it felt good.
Yeah. Well, now that you're telling me that, all these epilogue scenes at the end of the film doesn't matter anymore. But I keep hearing that they're gonna make a sequel to it now. What's Zack's?
It's like rumored, I guess.
Oh, just rumored.
It's rumors, but. It's not confirmed. I don't think it's actually going to happen. I mean, who knows? Maybe down the line, a few years down the line, maybe. But I guess this is where it's going to end. This is where.
I was surprised. I'll tell you that because leading up to it, Zack Snyder has. How can you put it? Okay, track record on his films.
Yeah.
What was the last one he made? Jesus. Well, yeah, Justice League, but before that, what was it?
Batman v Superman.
Yeah. So he hasn't been having a good track record on his films, but this one, like, it led up to this, which turned out to be great.
And I mean, I guess you really can't blame Zack Snyder too much, because I mean, this Warner Brothers, hired him to fucking start the DCU, and that was his vision, and that's what he wanted to do, and they interfered a lot, I think. And so, I mean, the movie's turning out okay. I think it had some part to do with the studios and the executives and shit just stepping in.
They have a certain point to step in, but not all the way. Because, like I was telling you, this is what happens if you let a director do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in some certain parts of the production of the film, you can step in and say, hey, this is this, or
when it comes to like budget,
stuff like that. That's when you step in as a
executive, and all that. And
like, for example, with Watchmen, he did the same thing too. There's a Snyder cut,
longer, extended cut,
and that one also had a lot of fucking slow motion scenes.
I feel like that worked on Watchmen. When I saw it, it felt like it really, it just made it good,
But like, I keep hearing people that they could have shrunken down to like the original run
of Watchmen.
Yeah, because there was some unnecessary parts and some parts dragged on, and which I agree too. So
I mean, I guess he does have a track record of making some hit or misses with his films, but like this movie, I think is probably his best DC movie. I think he really fucking knocked it out of the park with that one. I think this one was good. That's another positive I would say, is that you especially someone who's like a screenwriter and likes to make movies, like it's good to see a director fulfilling his vision. It's rare that you ever see that in Hollywood, and we got to see that. And I think that was more than anything like the best part of the movie, is seeing what he wanted to do with DC and Justice League.
Do you know which scenes was reshoots recently to put in a film? Or were there reshoots or no?
I think the only reshoots they made was the nightmare sequence with Batman and like Joker.
Oh, Joker. Okay.
I think that was the only if I'm remembering, because I think they showed like the making of and everything. I think that was like the only time that he like came back with everybody and started shooting again. Well, not everybody, but everyone in that sequence and shit.
You want to talk about the nightmare scene next? Or...
I guess we can start to kind of go deeper in the movie. The nightmare sequence does stand out though. Yeah, because you get to see Jared Leto's Joker again, and you get to see him finally talk to Batman, and I thought it was alright. It wasn't. I didn't think it was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be a terrible scene because Jared Leto's Joker's not. It's not the best, but it worked in that scene. I enjoyed it.
It's kind of hard not to judge his Joker because he only's been in one film basically, and that's the Suicide Squad. And this one was only like a minute or two of him being in the film, so. Yeah. It was okay, I guess.
It definitely interested me. We got to see like him taunting Batman about Robin's death again, and some hints as to like what happened, and then Batman dropping the fucking F-bomb and shit, which didn't. I don't know. The more and more I like watch and think about it, I don't know if that was really deserved.
The F-bomb.
The F-bomb. It just felt edgy to be edgy for no reason. For no reason.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I hate it and I love it. It's just right now I'm kind of mixed with that scene. Even though I look at it, let's say a couple like days ago, I was like, it's cool, and then I let it sink in, and it's like, okay, I don't know if that was like necessary or stuff like that. Yeah, but I guess, like it. Oh, well, that interaction, that conversation they both have is that it's hinted that he killed, or no, it was already confirmed that Harley killed Robin. Yeah. So, but it's also hinted that he might have killed Harley Quinn too. Yeah. Because her last words was to fucking kill Joker.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot going on there, and then there's, like you were telling me earlier, that it's also hinted that maybe Batman had more to do with what happened than they let on. Like,
he caused this was it apocalyptic universe where Superman, fucking like
kills everybody.
Yeah.
And Darkseid, like, is,
he works for Darkseid.
He works for Darkseid and everything. So there's implications that, like, Bruce Wayne had more to do with it, letting it happen than they let on. But then you see, like, post-apocalyptic versions of, like, Cyborg, and he's all fucking decked out with all that, like, weapons and shit. Flash is there. Deathstroke is there. Mira's there. Mira?
Yeah.
She's in there too. So
I guess, Superman killed Aquaman because Mira said, I want to kill him. He's going to get revenge. And, yeah. Well, let's go back with the Batman and Joker scene. Like I was telling you earlier, like, when he was handing the card to Batman and he had that little thing with him, he was shaking.
Yeah.
And he says something like, you got me there for a second or some shit. You think that was real, or like he was just acting as a joke? That's what you told me. Like that's what the Joker is. You can't tell.
You can't tell with him. I don't know if he was. I don't think so, man. Because I feel like Joker would. I don't think he's afraid of Batman. I don't think they would show that. Maybe this version of Joker is like more, afraid. I don't fucking know, but I don't think it was like. I think it was playing it up. With Batman and everything. But, yeah, just, man, like, also seeing how Jared Leto's Joker looks, too, is just it's kind of just weird. You kind of get the sense that he's also important, too. Like, you're telling me he has, like, a bulletproof vest on, and they're trying to probably, like, keep him alive. They're probably trying to take him somewhere or some shit, like
he might have a part of this, like what happened. Yeah. It's not very, how do you say, they don't tell you up front, like, what happened or why is he, it's like taking care of the Joker or what's going on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's a hit and miss for you right now. I don't know if I like it, dislike it. Yeah. But yeah.
A few other things we'll touch on, I guess, is like some of the shit that they did added that we didn't see in the Whedon's cut.
Like what?
Is like Flash's intro being different.
Oh yeah.
Completely different. Some scenes playing out similarly, but there's some few differences there. It's not as funny as like the original version.
Yeah, like when he goes to the jail and paints that guy's face. It wasn't in this one.
So there's a lot, not as much humor in the movie, and you get to see more character development. And I think sacrificing the humor kind of detracted from the movie. I think it would have been fun to kind of put some jokes in there at least, because there's not as much, humor in the movie. And I get that it's like DC and it's supposed to be more dark and shit, but I don't know. It would have been nice to crack up a few times.
Well, they were, but not as the original, I'd say.
So, yeah, and so there's more character development. I still think that it was for the better, though, because, Cyborg is a lot more fleshed out. Flash is a lot more fleshed out. Wonder Woman's fight scenes are more fucking brutal in the movie.
Kick-ass.
Yeah, but I feel like Batman's kind of unchanged. They didn't really do anything with Batman in this movie. I think it mostly focused on the other members, as it should, because we didn't really get to Flash didn't get a solo movie, or Cyborg didn't get a solo movie, so they had to kind of condense it in this movie and kind of build him up. And I think Zack Snyder did it really well, even despite having a lot of fucking like slow motion and shit like that. So that's another thing that has going for Steppenwolf. The villain of the movie looked way better, more menacing. Still don't understand his motivations. Maybe I'm fucking stupid. I don't know, but I don't understand why he needs to be in good graces again with like Darkseid.
Side and all that. Yeah.
What did he do to fuck up
and piss him off? Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't really explained.
Not
I don't
really.
I don't know if it's explained in previous movies or like because I haven't. There's been all the times I've seen like Man of Steel and fucking Batman v Superman.
But he wasn't even mentioned in those movies.
I don't think so.
So yeah, it's not explained.
Yeah, we could be wrong. You could correct us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just still even if they kind of like set it up so that you know his motivations and everything, still not that strong of a villain.
Yeah.
You know, he's all right. He's better than like what we saw in the original Justice League. He looks, like I said, way fucking more like intimidating and shit like that. So Steppenwolf was done better too.
I didn't like, now that you brought up Steppenwolf and we started talking about Darkseid, when they introduced him in that scene where Wonder Woman's talking about that big battle where, you know, Darkseid shows up and they fought.
Mm-hmm.
The Darkseid got attacked right away, but then
kind of went out like a bitch. If I'm being honest, I don't think.
And he's the most powerful. He's like the Thanos of fucking DC.
Yeah.
And he gets his ass kicked right away. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That was because Darkseid does look really fucking cool, and they didn't make him. They had a chance to show how powerful he is.
Yeah, or menacing and his abilities.
Scene.
Yeah,
and they didn't really do it that well. You just see him kind of looking fucking, mean and powerful and shit. You don't really get to see how he's powerful.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's a lot to take away from the movie. A lot of negatives, a lot of positives. Mostly positives, though. That's the thing. It feels like we're not I'm not trying to rip into the movie. I think it's good.
It's just like like we were just saying, the slow motion. There's a lot of it. There's no point to him.
The villain was kind of meh.
Yeah, but they did he looked better.
Yeah.
Honest, the epilogue and credit scenes.
Yeah, were kind of.
They were
But I mean, I enjoyed them. I just don't feel like they were necessary.
Like you were saying, that if it's not gonna lead up to something or the sequel or stuff like that, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's a what if kind of. Yeah, so we can go on and on. We just don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, or.
I mean, we already fucking spoiled it.
I know, but there's some other scenes in there, like when here we go. When I guess Cyborg's about to rip the mother box in 3,
yeah,
and Steppenwolf's about to axe him.
Yeah.
Superman shows up in the last minute.
Yeah, that was really funny. I mean, it showed that was also in the original one, but for some reason this felt more
cool,
more impactful, more badass.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that scene was really good.
He just beat him up like nothing. That was just cool, man. Just to see Superman do what he does best,
I think Henry Cavill was just the best fucking pick for Superman. I think that's one of the best things about the DCU is that Henry Cavill got to play Superman. I think he really showed just how fucking awesome he is in this movie. And then Ben Affleck too. I know Ben Affleck is kind of, there's a bit of a divide between what people think, whether he's a good Batman or not as good as Christian Bale or whatever. But I think he did all right in this movie as well, in the original one.
Yeah.
I wish he would have done more hand-to-hand combat. He mostly just fucking used his guns and shit like that. So, but yeah, so to wrap it all up, what grade would you give the original one now? And then what grade would you give this version?
Ooh, shit. Okay, so the original, I would say, I can rate it anywhere I want.
Yeah. 7 out of 10.
Out of 10? A 7 for the original.
Okay.
And it's not gonna make a big difference because like you said, some scenes are still there from the original. There's just more build up. Like I said, these were the scenes that were missing in the original. Mine's for the Snyder cut would be an 8.5 out of 10.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's definitely a step up.
Yeah.
I think I'm also give like Whedon's. I'll give that one a 6. No.
What 6?
It's not terrible, but
Yeah.
compared to like this version, it's not as good now. You know, that's definitely the most. Like,
So you're saying
version.
you're saying if it was on not TV, but if I were to say, hey, you want to see the original Justice League, you wouldn't.
Can't.
No.
No, but that's also the things. I don't know if I want to sit through fucking 4 hours. It was like what I prefer to be the better Justice League. And then this version, I'll probably give a 7.8.
What?
Like a 7.8.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I feel good giving it an 8 because there's still a lot of problems in the movie. It still feels like there's some pacing issues and the end credits were kind of. I don't know if it was necessary. The villain is okay. Still, even despite looking better, there's still some issues with the movie. But overall, it's a better experience, and this is the best way to experience.
Okay.
Justice League.
Good point.
So that is where we're gonna leave it for the Justice League review for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's kind of a short episode, but like I mean, we're not gonna fucking talk about Justice League for an hour.
Yeah, or 2.
Or fucking 4 hours. So we're not gonna do that shit. So we figured it'd be like a kind of a short review from us, and we're not critics, so we're not fucking professionals. Don't take our opinion too seriously. You know, if you fucking loved it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If you hated it, that's also okay. I think there's a lot for people to enjoy with comic book movies, and this is just another one to add.
Yeah.
You know, and it's more than anything, is like I said, it's good to see Zack Snyder finally reveal his version of the Justice League. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back next week with another episode. We don't know. We're not gonna say what the fuck we're gonna talk about because we don't even know what that we're gonna talk about yet.
We're gonna think about it. We don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna think about it right after we're done and see what we're gonna do.
Maybe a video game episode or more comics.
We don't know. We don't know. Whatever fucking tickles our fancy, whatever. But that's gonna do it for this episode. Sorry if the quality's fucking shitty, but
we gotta start somewhere.
We gotta start somewhere. So, yeah, we'll see you guys again for another episode of Two Brothers. I am Alberto.
Edgar.
And this has been Two Brothers.
Two Brothers.